In your topic lesson this afternoon, we're going to be thinking a little bit more about the Blitz and specifically how countries were affected by the events that happened. Last week, we were looking at how war begins and we were thinking about why Germany started the war, specifically why Hitler wanted to take back land that had been lost in World War I. This week, we're going to be focusing on some of the things that happened during World War II and how it affected the people that were having to live through this terrible time. There's a reason why this war was called a world war, and that's because so many countries were involved. You're going to need to pause this video here and watch the first clip on Teams to see how far Germany managed to expand over the course of World War II. Once you've finished watching that clip, have a think about the two groups that fought against each other. There's a clue. Both names begin with A. Now, this wouldn't be a geography lesson if we weren't thinking about countries and places. You'll have just watched a video clip that shows all the different countries that were involved, but in today's lesson, we're going to be focusing specifically on two. That's Britain and Germany. Part of Hitler's plan to expand and take back the land lost in World War I involved attacking other powerful countries, for example, the UK. In September 1940, German planes flew over the UK, targeting and bombing key cities. This went on for 8 months and became known as the Blitz. You're going to need to pause this video here and watch the second clip on Teams. You'll have already seen this clip, but it's important you re-watch it again to see what happened during the Blitz and what cities were targeted. Now, it can be really easy in history to have a bit of a us versus them mentality. We can think that as British people, we were the good guys, and the Germans, the Nazis, they were the bad guys. But Germany wasn't the only power to bomb other countries. Once we had been attacked, Britain also launched a retaliation attack on Germany, bombing various cities and towns. In today's lesson, you'll be finding and plotting the cities and towns that were bombed during World War II. You're going to need to make sure that you are labelling the cities correctly and when the place was targeted. You'll see on this screen a table that shows all of the cities that were targeted in the UK and in Germany. On Microsoft Teams, you have got a worksheet that has both a map of the UK and of Germany. You'll see these on the screen now. You need to make sure that you are labelling correctly the different cities and towns and including the year that they were targeted. A challenge for you is to research these cities and towns and try and work out why they were well known. For example, Sheffield was and still is well known for having a large steel industry. This might be why the Germans decided to target it. Once you've labelled and annotated your maps, there's an extension activity. Now, you don't need to do this, but if you want to, write a couple of sentences answering why do you think these cities were targeted. You're going to need to think back to our work on the Industrial Revolution. You've now come to the end of this presentation. You're going to need to find your worksheet on Microsoft Teams, and you can either label the diagrams online and type into the text boxes, or you can print out the sheet and handwrite on it. If you're going to do the second option, please make sure that you take a picture of your work and you upload your work on Microsoft Teams as well. Good luck!